Hey everybody, we are back, and today I have an exceptional vehicle for you, and this might be the hidden gem of Class B campers. Hey everybody, my name is Jeremy, and this is Jeremy's World 10, and today I'm going to be walking you through this amazing van. And you may be asking, well, who is this guy? Well, I've been building custom vehicles for over 25 years, and I am one of the industry leaders when it comes to building vans and van suspension. So I may know a thing or two. Not to mention, I have also owned several Chevy vans, two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And when this van comes into our shop, I just completely love them. I'm gonna tell you all the reasons why I love them and why I think this could be the hidden gem of vans. All right, so there's so much about this that I'm just gonna get overly excited about. So this is a RoadTrek, and unfortunately, a lot of these are still not made, especially not on the Chevy platform. And that is the big thing that I'm going to just absolutely love. I think that if I was going to buy a brand new van in 2024, the Chevy platform is still going to be the best. Now there are some limitations in it, like normally you don't get this nice little cap on there. The Chevy vans are gonna come just in a standard roof. However, you can add a cap to your van by other companies like Fiberine for, $5,500 and give you a lot more room and even be able to stand up in it like you could in a new Ford Transit. Now, what the Chevy van is going to have is the first thing, which is amazing, is going to be that power plant. It's going to be a big 6-liter gas engine. And that is just amazing because you know that you have toys that you want to be able to tow, or maybe your van just gets heavier and you want that big horsepower to be able to get you everywhere you want to get, especially if you're going to start running larger tires. Now let's talk about that. The one great thing about this is the Chevy platform is all going to be on a full frame chassis. Unlike the Transit and the Mercedes, which are gonna have a unibody kind of design, I'm gonna call those glorified cars. So this is gonna have an independent front suspension, which is going to consist of a lower control arm, an upper control arm, and a knuckle. Now what's great about that is getting that independent suspension just to move, and you're gonna get a lot more wheel articulation or travel. Now you're gonna notice in this particular one, it is running a larger tire with a custom wheel. This is a 265/70/17, and this does have a kit on it by RoadTrek Designs, lifting this 5 more inches, giving you the clearance to run a larger tire. And you can see even with this skirting around the whole thing, you're still not gonna get that tire rub, which is going to be really nice because the one big thing that I hear from a lot of people that own the RoadTrek is you do have the skirting on here, and this skirting is really nice, but it's also hard to get because these are all discontinued. And the last thing you want to do is break your skirting. Most of these vans, imagine that this was sitting 6 to 7 inches lower. You could see that if you wanted to do any off-grid camping or just, getting into, kind of precarious situations, that this would sit really low and you would have the potential to break that. And that's what I don't want you to do. So we're gonna get a lot of room. This skirting is gonna cover it. It also really gives the whole van some really nice effects. You are gonna have these windows cut in to it as well, which is going to be, really nice. Now in the back of this does have a progressive leaf spring in the rear to give you that height. Now here's another thing about this that's really nice. With these progressive springs, it's also gonna give you a better ride. And we find that most of these RoadTreks that being older, the springs are pretty much worn out, the bushings are shot, so this is a good way to do kind of like some preventative maintenance, as well as get you that additional height to get you to wherever you may want to go. Now, like we said, this is the Road 10 190, and they do a 210 Popular, which is going to give you a little bit wider fiberglass body. So there are some options when it comes to the RoadTrek. What's really nice about these as well is they're all gonna come with a spare tire, so you're not spending extra money on spare tire mounts and other things, of course, unless you wanna, add more storage to it. But everything is just really clean on the RoadTreks, and that's what I really like about this. It's so simple and you can buy it done. We're gonna go in the inside I want to show you some of the features that I really like on the inside. And when you come around to this passenger side, you don't even really notice that there's an awning on the side of it. It really blends into that top part of the rack, which is nice. The awning's gonna come out and you have these little clasps right here. It's gonna lock back into and secure the awning. It's just, you know, an overall really nice setup. I mean, I just dig these things. I want to show you guys this. If you own a Chevy, maybe you're thinking about getting a Chevy. This is one of those things that some people really hate, is that when you go to open the doors, you can see that the doors only open 90 degrees. However, there is a little trick. When you come all the way over here, you're gonna see this little latch right here on the Chevy. And what this is doing is not allowing the Chevy door to open wider. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut this door to about 45 degrees. I'm gonna hold this latch, I'm gonna pull it in and watch this. All right, here's the little trick. I'm gonna open that. And now look at that, the door opens farther. And you can actually do that with both doors to get them to open up a little bit bigger. It's not a ton of room, but it is going to make a difference. Sometimes you just, hey, you need a little bit more space, and that'll work on the passenger vans as well. All right, we're going inside this thing. So I'm gonna tell you, one of my favorite things about this is it's still gonna have seating for 4. We're gonna have the 2 jump seats up in here. I do like all the curtains, and the finish work in these RoadTreks are gonna be really nice. And as you can see, I am 5'10", I can still stand up in here. So the little Edition fiberglass top doesn't look huge from the outside, but it is enough. You know, I mean, maybe if I was 5'11", you can start getting into 6 foot, maybe you're, you know, crouching down, or you got to take your shoes off when you get in, but you're able to stand up, and we're going to actually be able to walk. Come on in, we're going to walk through this whole thing. So it's going to have all the like basic things that you're going to need. And I look at just like, yes, being able to take 2 more people with me is always nice. I'm going to have I have a decent sized countertop. I'm going to have my sink. I have my range. I have my microwave. I'm going to have storage for food or, you know, cookware, things of that nature. And then on the other side, let's see if we can open this up. There we go. Look at this. You do have your shower in here as well. There we go. So you have your table all stored in here. But yeah, I mean, you could put a little toilet on the bottom. It does have lines for that. You have your faucet and everything right there. So I'm actually standing on the shower. This rug would pull away, and I believe you could just shower right here. Does this pull out? Let's see. Oh yeah, this is the shower pan. So there you go. So this is all like a shower pan right there. Pretty rad. I guess you could shower and cook all at the same time, you know? But yeah, I mean, just, it's simple, yet it's gonna get everything done. You have your max air fan, and then you're gonna have your bed in the back. So you still, you know, have a decent amount of room. You know, I'm gonna move this. I come all the way to the back. You know, like, it is gonna be, here, let's make sure we take our shoes off. We don't want our shoes in the bed. So, I mean, yeah, I can definitely, I'm all the way stretched out here in the back. You know, yeah, I could definitely. Now, if you're pretty much taller, you might be doing a little like sideways sleep in, curling the knees, but I mean, you get a lot of room. Now, here's the other thing is all of this now is going to fold up, and then you can put, this is also going to be a dining area. This is gonna make a couch in the back. The center section comes out. You could put your table in. Now, here's what I really like about this. Now I open my back doors, and I'm just hanging out. Like if I'm parked by the lake, somewhere beautiful, I'm opening up the back doors, I'm setting up my table, maybe I'm just laying in the bed, I'm relaxing, and getting to enjoy wherever I'm at. Now, I think the biggest thing that I like about this is really going to be the price point. I see a lot of these build outs and just craziness in these new Transits. You pay $70,000 for a Transit, another $80,000 for the build out of the Transit. And if I could get this whole van and be into it for $30,000, like, that's why I think that this is one of the hidden gems in these Chevy RoadTreks. Between the full frame suspension, the big engine, the room in here that I'm gonna get, I don't know that I need to look any further than this Chevy RoadTrek right here. Well guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is the life right here. I'm going to enjoy this Chevy RoadTrek at least for the next 10 minutes until I have to give it back to the proud owner of this thing. So I would love to hear what you guys think of the RoadTrek. Is it the hidden gem? Maybe you RoadTrek, you have a RoadTrek, and tell me what you absolutely love about it. I would appreciate it, guys. I'm Jeremy Johnson. This is Jeremy's World 10, and thanks for being a part of it today. I'll see you guys later.